Intro, funky and fresh. I appreciate that, Brian. So thank you all for the opportunity. My name is Matt Curtin. I'm the founder and CEO of SocialSmack. This is Chris Mitchell, our CTO. And with all the hubbub around location-based services and it being the end-all, be-all for businesses, we just want to make one opening statement that when it comes to social media for brands, check-in is out, okay? Check-out is in. So for a company like Nike, Apple, Starbucks, Runtex, a check-in on Foursquare or Facebook Places is almost useless because it doesn't tell them anything about how the consumer feels about their brand or what they're telling all their friends. So let's think about this. I may check in frequently at my local coffee shop, so much so that I become the mayor, right? In reality, I may just be there grabbing a $2 cup of coffee and sucking the free Wi-Fi off the network. I know Brian's guilty of that. So, and let's talk about ratings and reviews, right? We think of that as a checkout. Traditional sites like Yelp tell brands and consumers very little because they're focused on that archaic 5-star rating system that doesn't mean anything to anyone, right? Let's think about the vague and inconsistent nature of that. We may all have had a great experience at Guero's Taco Bar last night. You give it a 2-star rating, Chris gives it a 4-star rating, and you may give it a 5-star rating. What is that? Right? That is nothing but confusion for brands and for consumers. And that's exactly why we created SocialSmack. So SocialSmack is like real-time social consumer reports, powered by game technology. We essentially provide a platform for consumers to talk about brand experiences, providing their rating and reviews, and we do it in a really simple fashion. Thumbs up for good experiences, we call that giving props. Thumbs down for bad experiences, we call that giving drops. Now, Chris is going to go into a little bit of a demo of what you'll see in our web application. We are available for Android and iPhone and a mobile application as well. SocialSmack, again, is, think about that kind of as Consumer Reports 2.0, is powered by a real-time social stream, as you see here. You and your friends coming in, providing feedback on all the brand experiences that you have, again, in a very easy to understand way. Right? You can go in and you can search for brands. So in this quick dashboard, I can see which brands have recently been added by my friends or by everyone, which ones are the most active, which ones have gotten the most props, which ones have gotten the most drops. And I can also take a look at what everybody is saying throughout the entire stream, or I can filter that down just by what my friends are saying. Now, not only have we made it drop-dead simple to rate and review your brand experiences, but we also made it fun, like a game with a ranking system. So over here on the right, Chris is tabbing through the leaderboard to see where I rank. Now that's important for a consumer to understand at an influential level how important I am to Runtex, or how unimportant I may be to another brand based on how vocal I am as a passionate consumer. Now we're really excited today. The team has been hustling to roll out a recent piece of functionality called Ask. And really the capability is to start to make this more social so that you can ask your friends what they think about brands. Think about this, what are the most lightweight running shoes? We're clearly creating this platform for emoting your sentiment. Chris and I are runners, and I think we'll all in this room agree that there's no better place to run in Austin, Texas than Lady Bird Lake and the trail that wraps around it. It's 7.2 miles of just awesome, right? So Chris and I are running, and I'm sitting there thinking the whole time how much I love my Nike free running shoes. These things are super lightweight, and they make my feet feel great. We get done running, and I'm coming down from that run, and what now? Right? I can't check into my Nikes, right? I guess I could go on Twitter and talk about them and get lost in all the noise. We are giving people that capability right there in the moment, whether it's Android or iPhone, or when you're back at home after the run in the web application, to provide a very quick prop drop, very easy to understand sentiment, and push that out to your friends. Amplify your voice through Facebook and through Twitter. We're also enabling you to have that capability to ask those questions. If I'm about to go on a running regimen, what are the best shoes? Is it the Vibram 5 Fingers? Is it Nike? Or is it Adidas, as you saw here in the Ask functionality? Now, what we're finding really interesting is that this business is really going twofold. It is a community of passionate consumers talking about brand experiences, as we've showed you here. And over the last several weeks, we have got a huge amount of pull from brands, mostly small to medium-sized businesses, but folks like Ford Motor Company, USAA, Pepsi through their Lipton brand, Mars Candy, and several other large enterprises that are wanting to engage us as well. So what we're essentially creating for them is almost kind of a Bazaar Voice Lite for you folks in the room that are familiar with the local company. Here's a good example of that. IvySense is a Bath and Body Works company based out of California. They make non-toxic, all-natural stuff. So you're going to end up seeing them in Whole Foods soon. What they've taken advantage of down here in their social bar is our insignia, our iPhone app insignia, placed down at the bottom, and that will take you directly to her testimonials. She's also put that up at the top of her site. If you look at the testimonials link, you go ahead and click on testimonials. Right now, it's a little bit of a stark contrast because it takes you directly to the SocialSmack page. What we're enabling in the next phase of this is a white labeling so that it'll look like you never left IvySense, one, so the brand can actually come in and claim their page. Two, we're giving them that ask and answer or response capability so that not only can consumers ask their friends, hey, what are the best running shoes to buy, but the brands can start to ask and engage the community, hey, which ones of our products do you like and do you not like? In a very, very clear binary sense. So we're taking that 5-star rating system that doesn't really make sense or mean anything to anybody, and we're distilling it down to something that brands can actually consume, respond to, and make sense of. Now, we've already seen the power of this in a local example. I don't know if you've seen the KXAN news release that they did on us, but it was really, really nice. Local example of how the power of this is played out with Kona Grill. One of our community members, Kathy Benavides, unfortunately had a bad experience at the local Kona Grill. And they said they were understaffed, they just weren't on top of their game. And you know what, that's okay, because as business owners, that happens to us all. We all get caught up in that. But really in this era of hyper-connectedness, of hyper-visibility, right, we're now moving into this era of the humanization of the brand and how the brand responds to both the positive situations, but as well as the negative. And in this case, Kona Grill, within 24 hours, responded to the drops that Kathy had given them, because again, we amplified Kathy's voice and we shot that out to Twitter. Within 24 hours, they responded to her negative sentiment, her review. They invited her back in, explained the situation, bought her lunch, and we followed up with Kathy to see what she thought about that. She said it wasn't about the money, it wasn't about the free meal. It was about the fact that they humanized themselves. They came down to a level with all of us and said, hey, you know what? We screwed up. We apologized. And there's so much meaning to that. There's so much meaning to that that Kathy went back in, not only gave them props, but she also wrote a great blog post about her experience with Kona, a brand that's not just listening on social, but is actively engaging.
30 seconds, Matt.
Thank you. She's also gone so far as to, she's become a huge fan. Thanks. So what all of this means to people like you and me is that it gives us a voice. And for brands, SocialSmack is the one place for them to track, make sense of, and respond to all of those voices. You see, brands are drowning in a sea of social media, and we're here to throw them a life ring. And that, my friends, is why check-in is out, and check-out is in. Thank you very much, and I think I went over my 30 seconds, but maybe we have time for a question.
Yes, and Chad, where are you, Chad? Feel free to start setting up while we have time for maybe 2 questions from any of you guys while Chad's setting up for his presentation. Anybody out there?
Yes, sir. Is it available now? Is it available now on Android? I can put it on.
You can certainly download it right now. $9.99. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, the application is free for consumers, and it's available for download now on both Android and iPhone, or you can hit us on the web. And for businesses right now, we're enabling businesses to come in, claim their brand page, and start to engage with the community, and that's free of charge for businesses as well. All right, thank you all for your time. Much appreciated.